Hello, I'm Czardus, and let's play Cities Skylines 2. Welcome back to Stamford. We are making progress in Stamford. It's been a while since the last episode that we were in here, but today you and I are going to work on adding a bunch of farms out this way. I know, very exciting. But what I want to do is I want to start filling out a little bit of this side. I mean, you can see here that we've got a lot of suburban development here, and then we've got nothing over here. So I want to fill that out a bit more with farms, and that is the goal. But before we do that, if you are in the market for a new PC, be sure to check out Apex Gaming Custom PCs. They are great. I have a custom line with them, and when you buy that, you can support the channel. So what I want to do is I want to come this way. Oh, by the way, there's a link to Apex Gaming in the description below. So I want to get the roads out here, and the first thing that we're going to do is, I think this is going to be a highway. I mean, it's already this 4-lane. Oh no, it's only 2 lanes over here. 2 lanes, 2 lanes, 2 lanes. That's where it goes, 4 lanes. Okay, we'll keep it 4 lanes. But we will come in here and make this a 2-lane, 2-way highway coming out this way. And what I want to do is bring it here in the center of that, and then we're going to curve up the hill a little bit. And eventually it's just going to make its way out that way. So yeah, it'll make its way over that way and, you know, go farther out. But for now, that kind of gives us a nice thing here. And then what I'm going to do is continue this grid a bit down in here. I mean, that's what we've got going, is this super grid out there. And we will continue that here with this curving through there. So it's going to break the grid a little bit, and then we will get a whole bunch of farms in there. But I'll do all of this little bit off camera real quick. Okay, so we've got the roads in here, and now I just pretty much want to fill all of this with farms, at least to this road, and then we'll move on to something else. But I think that will really, like, extend things out and make it feel a little bit more realistic. Now, the problem I'm having right now is we only have 6 tiles that we can expand with, and I'm ready to start building our next town out over this way. So we're not quite ready to do that because we need more tiles for that. So that's why I'm killing time by filling in farms. But what I've done is we had a paved road here. I replaced it with dirt because I feel like that makes it more rural. And in fact, I'm going to come down here and we're going to have dirt all through here because we don't have... I wish that we had a more rural road, and is it like either a highway, which doesn't have the street lights, or a 2-lane road that ends up having a sidewalk and street lights and everything. And so we're kind of stuck with the dirt road for now, but that's okay. It's not a huge deal. But what I'm going to continue with here is, let's see. So this is 1 kilometer here, and this, I assume, is about half a kilometer then. Yeah, approximately. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue to subdivide this farther down to smaller chunks. Okay, now that we've got it like that, I'm going to see how big of a farm I can get in some of these spots. So we're going to come in and grab a farm. Now, we don't have any... we can do livestock anywhere. Everything else needs fertile land. So a lot of this is going to be livestock. We can get a little bit there, but it's not going to be enough there. So I think we're going to have to do 4 farms per grid square. So I'm going to go ahead and go 1 more grid smaller. So we'll get these like blobs of farms. Although I do kind of like how this is, where we've got 1 road coming in. And we probably could do that. Similar to here, let's go ahead and get this spot. There, so that spread that out. I do like having that 1 building in there. And of course, we are not going to have, I mean, we're going to have worker shortages. Yeah, actually, they have quite a bit of workers there. So we have a fairly healthy unemployment rate. So we're going to see more and more coming out here to work. And that should be good. But I'm going to go ahead and just fill out the rest of this. And that's kind of boring. So I think I'll do it off camera. Okay, so this is filled out really well. I really like it. There are a few gaps, so I'm going to go back. And one thing that you can do when you have gaps like this is you can come in. We're going to do multiple trees, and we're just going to throw in some oak trees if we can. Okay, maybe we just want to do individual in here just to get a few oak in here, and then we'll get some linden as well, because the linden trees are a bit smaller, and that can just gives you a little bit of variety in your gaps so that it feels a little bit more like they got wild bushes in here too. Let's see if we can get any in there. Looks like we got some. Yeah, so that'll just grow and give a little bit of stuff in there. Same thing over here. We're just going to throw in an oak. Probably a single one. Not even a whole oak will fit there. So maybe a couple apple trees would be good if we can get some in here. Again, just one fits, so we'll get some wild bushes as well. Just kind of make it feel a little bit more like a rural area. You know, they probably wouldn't maintain this area, so it's good to have some bushes and things in there. Here, I've got farms that, because I changed the road, they don't quite go all the way. So I'm going to come in and just adjust the boundaries a tiny bit here. That one's good. And then we'll do this one too. Actually, we've got a few here that we can do. This one doesn't want to go all the way to the road, so we'll just keep it right there. But again, I really like how this looks. We'll come back in here and we'll again get a few oats in here. Just kind of sporadically with the oak, and then, yeah, ooh, how about some spruce? Spruce, hickory, and then some wild bushes in here. Fill that whole area with wild bushes. Same thing over here. Just as if they were not really intending to maintain that area. We'll get a few oats in there. Don't really want them in between the highway, but I guess I could lower this. And then we've got a whole area out here that can be added. We get some more in between the highway there too. Get a nice little mix of trees. And then again, throw some wild bushes in there. And I'm really focusing on this area because I wanted to, again, get the farms out a bit farther, and then we'll come back and at some point we'll figure out what else we want to put out here. But I am pretty confident that this area is going to permanently be a farm area, so that's why I have really taken to doing it this way. So that should fill out that area. We are still 4,000 points from getting more tiles, but I think we can start thinking about this a bit more. So over on this side, this is where we're going to work, and yeah, we're going to need more tiles to get out there. We could get partly there, but what do we get at the next milestone? We will get 32 more, so pretty much we'll be able to build that city. So we can focus on that. We can speed the game up. That will help a little bit. And let's take a look at some of this traffic. We've got a traffic jam. People are here trying to get into the city. So one thing we're going to do is we're going to get a second lane here. We're going to work on fixing some of this traffic issue here. So we can do that, and that will help a little bit. Come all the way like that, and then probably get a third lane here for a tiny bit. And get a fourth lane here for just a tiny bit too. So that should help a little bit here. It won't solve that issue. And then here, this is all backed up on the bridge leading in. So I think, you know, I've resisted this moment a long time, but we might need to get another bridge. We have one up here, which is going to be key for this. I mean, we're going to have traffic coming around this way, and then also traffic coming in this way. I wonder if a bridge would make sense over here. it's hard to figure out where a bridge would fit even. That is all traffic going into the city. And it's all getting off here and then going somewhere. So now the other thing is we could look more at public transit. And right now we have, let's check this way. We have a metro line. Subway is getting only a little bit of usage. But a lot of that, where are these people coming from? You live, oh, you're going home. Okay, so where were you? That's not very helpful. City car. Destination Primrose Street. Where were you? Were you at this place? Yeah, so they were working out in here. I think what we could do is we could get some bus lines out that way. Because bus lines... we don't have any bus lines out in here. I think we need to work on that. So we will get buses connecting to our metro station here, which will make the whole thing a bit more integrated. And where do we have our metro? Right here. So we want to get perhaps a bus station in here. Fortunately, it's going to take up the whole block and not really fit in here very well. Yeah. So the bus station is out. We're not going to be able to do that. Also, how are we doing on bus depots? We got to check on availability there. We've got depots way out here. So we're going to get a depot out here somewhere. I think it would make sense to put it somewhere in here. Yeah, how about right here? We'll get a bus depot. We'll go ahead and edit that and add a few more garages. Get as many as we can in here. That won't work there. I guess we are not going to get very many at all. We're going to get 2 garages in there. So that is how that's going to go. And then what we'll do is we'll get some bus shelters in here. What we'll do is we'll have one line going out on this road. Let's have one line on the arterial. Start with that. Yeah, like connecting all the way through there. That'll be pretty good. We'll start over here. It needs a turnaround spot, so we'll come in here. It stops there, and we get points every time we do this. 10 points. We'll get one here because we're by the harbor. And then this one, like I said, is just going to go right along the arterial. Curve out this way. And that is hopefully going to make a major difference. I mean, at some point, you would expect that the buses will impact what we're doing. And there they can turn around. So now we will get a line going here. Okay, so that line is set up. That is going to be renamed, though. That's line 5. We'll call it, 5 dash downtown Bayview. And SIPS buses should be okay to start. Yeah, all of those are doing pretty well. So that should get some use. And then we're going to get another one. We'll bring it out on this road and then become that arterial. So that'll be 2 lines serving Bayview. That will be definitely will be a start. Okay, so then we can create the line that goes out this way. We're going to call this Black Lake. Now, unfortunately, a lot of these subdivisions, it's going to be a lot of walking for anybody to get to these bus shelters. But, you know, it is what it is. That's how a lot of it is like in developments like this. And that is a really annoying way of turning around. We're going to move that shelter in a minute. but we'll go with this anyway. These guys can come up here and all the way up here. Okay, so that line, again, we're going to come in here and call that Sips Black Lake, and we wanted to move one of those stations down here in Bayview. And what we could do is we could come in here, we're going to find it. Where is it? Over here. We're just going to relocate this one. See, so they come down that way, and actually what we could do is we could get rid of it altogether, but we'll go ahead and relocate it over there, and then that's just turning around like that. So that makes it so that we have 2 bus lines serving out there, and I think that will be a good start for that area. Now, again, we're going to see we've got traffic building there, and we're going to have traffic here. So let's think a little bit more about this bridge. We might be able to build a bridge out this way. I mean, it might make sense. We've got an interchange here. It doesn't make sense to have the road come out that way. I mean, this road here is going to extend a bit more and continue to be a waterfront road. Yeah, it could be a highway, actually. So that can go like that. Then it's really a matter of figuring out what we want to do. Oh no, this burned down. Rebuild. Okay. Are you rebuilding? There we go. Okay. I mean, it's hard. We've got the water treatment here. But then where would we go here? And that's the key. We could build a tunnel. How deep is the water? I mean, a lot of people have suggested a tunnel. Problem is the water is very deep here, and so I'm not entirely convinced a tunnel would be realistic, but also we've got shipping lanes through there, so a tunnel might be the best way. And the benefit to a tunnel is we might be able to bring it up. Maybe we use some of the civic center land. Come out there. What do we have here? This is a post office. Oh, that's even better. We could relocate the post office and have the tunnel come out over here. So the tunnel could go straight through and then come up over here and make its way over to the highway. Yeah, I like that. Now the question is, do we have time to do all of that today? Let's see if we can get this moved. Do we have space in the civic center? No. Okay, so the post office then, we need to find a spot for it. It's hard because it's so nice and centrally located right now. We don't really have land anywhere for it. That's a transformer. Well, we could eminent domain this and turn this into the post office. Let's go ahead and do that. We're going to dezone all of this and take that road out. Okay, so now we can come in and we can relocate post office like that. And in fact, we might be able to, if we relocate this like that, we might be able to fit a little bit more stuff in here. We've got post van garage, increases space. Nope, not quite. Could get more mail storage though. Okay. So that does that. Then we want to get this to be a nice tunnel entrance. And we don't have an arterial here. That's going to be the issue. Because we don't want it to just come out into a residential area. I think I want the entrance to be from this direction. Yeah. So we're going to take this over as well. We'll take that road out and take those out. And then we're going to get a 2-lane highway that pretty much we're just going to start here like this, and then we're going to go down. And we'll go all the way down to 12 meters like that. Now, how does that look? That looks pretty cool, actually, and I think that's going to work out well. It'll curve then, like I said, and go out that way. It is going to increase traffic here. So I think what I want to do is we're going to turn this into a pretty big roundabout here. And then hopefully we can get the other ramp there too. If we go like that, then we come in here and we want this ramp to be pretty similar to that one. We want to come up to ground level then. So we want to be about here. That would be so cool if it could go in like that, but it doesn't. That will work though. Yeah, so we've got our two parts of the highway going out that way. And from there, we should be able to come in here and go farther out. Or is that 12 meters down? 12 and a half, yeah. And hopefully that's doing a tunnel. Yeah, okay. Sometimes you just want to double check that you're getting a tunnel. Because the last thing you want to do... It's hard here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go like this. Straight. Just for a segment here. And we're going to have to deal with that, whatever that is there. But then we're going to bring this back a little bit farther apart. And I want it to be I should have done parallel. Underground, please. Underground mode. There we go. Okay, so we're going to do parallel here. Want that farther apart. Yeah, like that. I want it pretty far apart just so that we can expand if we need to. So then this here is going to come in like this. So now those should be connected. They look connected. Okay. And then from here, we're going to go back to parallel mode. And whatever that is power line. We're going to pause so that we can take that power line out. Because it's going to have to go farther down. So this will be 20 meters down. That's not what we want. Here we go. 20 meters down from here. Let's go down first. And then it can come back up. And that did not connect. There we go. So that should all be connected. We can unpause that. We can get back into our road at 12 and a half meters down. And we're going to continue here. And now we overlap with the subway, which is a bigger deal. We're going to go like that, and we're not far enough underground. See, that is the problem with this idea. But we will make it work. I am determined. I hope you are determined too. If we come here and we go down farther, watching that grade, we're actually not too deep for a grade. Can't go that far because we interfered with the power line. So we got to make sure we get over the power line. Okay, now we can go farther down. All right, now we're far enough down. We can get through the water. Hey, look at that. We got our thing. So now, where are we going to come up? We want to come up, I think... Actually, let's come all the way over to here. So we're going to get out from under the water. And then we're going to come up over here. Like that. We're 12 and a half meters. We're going to come up from there, but we have to make space. And then we have to figure out where are we going from here. So we're going to come up here. And I think we're going to get an interchange here, which is going to make this diamond interchange a little bit difficult. But I think that will just really alleviate some of that. I mean, I don't know that a lot of this traffic is going to come all the way down here to go there, but it at the least might get some. I mean, we're going to add a lot more over here, so it'll give them another way to get into the city. It's worth it. I mean, we want more connections. Let's go ahead, and this is perfect because we want to be connecting out this way anyway. We're going to add those. Then we're going to come in here, and I'm just going to go ahead and take this industry out. And this one too. We're eminent domaining those so that we can get our tunnel here. 12.5 meters. I'm going to come up here. And then we are going to bring them closer together. About 2 apart. I want this over here, and we're going to be up above now. Can we get under that? No, we're going to have to change those power lines too in a moment. So those are going to go like that, and what we're going to do then is we're going to come down back to ground level, and we will go here. We'll have no parallel mode right now, but we want that to be 180 degrees from there, and then we're going to connect up here and hope that it gives us a pretty smooth slope. It did. Okay. And then we're going to come back here, bring that back down to ground level, 180 degrees in that spot on one end, and then connect in there. So now we need to adjust this power line. So we'll get the highway through first, and now we can go back to parallel mode. And we want to be back up to 12.5 meters. And we're going to bring this kind of parallel to the other highway for just a little bit. This needs to be up high now. Bring it over here and across, and then back down. Yeah, so this will then come over here, and we can get a nice interchange right in here. I like that, and it'll be a pretty simple trumpet, I thought. Although, look at that, we've got that there. Yeah, it's going to have to be a trumpet on this side. So we're going to bring a ramp here. We're going to turn off snapping for a moment. Get it right in here, and we're going to go up and over. This is pretty much just going to be a what can Czardus come up with here? What height do we need to be at to get over the highway? 8.75 will do it. We don't want parallel mode. Okay, 8.75. That's what we need to get to. So we're going to start at 0, bring it this way, and go up to 8.75 and see what slope we need to get. Okay, and then this is going to curve. Oh, no, I just used the hotkey from Cities Skylines 1, trying to turn on snapping. So we're going to come this way and get across the highway. Come on, man. There we go. Okay, and then this is going to curve in and up. Yeah, okay, so that's one direction. And then this can just curve right around here. This will actually come down. And this probably can just be a 1 lane. Turn off snapping again. We're going to bring it like this. And then turn snapping back on. We're going to go like this. That's too much slope. Bring it like that. I like that. I think we need to get a 3rd lane for just, I don't know, a block-ish? Yeah, like that. The lines kind of act weird, but I think that will work. And here, no, you know what? I'm going to take that out. And what we'll do is we'll just get a nice, here, we're going to go back to 2 lanes. Just for a moment here. Like that. That did not work out well. sometimes, and I think I've said this many times, you just kind of have to play with it and see what happens. We'll get a lane there, and then we're going to bring this from here. I like that. That works for me. And then what we want to do, this needs to get over here. And we need to bring one up and over. And that's going to be the more difficult part, is getting a lane. Well, what we could do is we could just come over here. So that's at, what, 8.75 times 2 is 16-ish. Let's do 17.5. That's probably the right height. Turn off snapping, and we're going to bring this here. And I want it here. And we're going to have to fix that diamond, or like change that diamond a little bit. But here we're going to get a curve. Turn snapping back on. Yeah, and then this side, we're going to come down this way. And come down pretty steep. And we want to be on that lane. Like that. And then we're going to reverse this. Come on. Oh, right. Left click. Again, trying to use those Cities Skylines 1 things here. We're going to do lanes like this. So this one should be able to go straight here now. And that needs to be reversed. Very good. And then we can get 2 lanes coming straight off here and coming down. That should work. And then we're going to bring this in back to ground level. And then in, not quite all the way there. Yeah, we're going to take that node out though, because now we're ready to connect this. So we want 4 lanes here on this bridge. Like that, and then we'll go 3 here so that they have plenty of space to merge. This is going to get snapped like that. Then we want 4 lanes on this bridge, and we'll get 3 lanes here. Okay, so then we want this to go like that. That's connected all the way into the city now, actually. And then here we want this one to be 1 lane coming off like that. So that is going to be a little bit tricky. What we'll do is we'll make this bridge be a 3rd lane. And then here we should be able to connect like that. Beautiful. So that's connected. Then we just have to work this out. And I think... yeah, that's... oh, what we'll do is we'll loop over that. That is interesting there, but what we'll do is we'll come up. That's at like 17, I think. Yeah, and then we'll bring this down. It needs to be at 8.75. And we need it to loop, or like curve over this. Interestingly, we are too low now. So we need 3 lanes here, first of all. We need a node right there. Then we can get our 3 lanes here. Why are you not letting me do that? Did I put that node too close? Okay, pause. And we are going to just build it here then. Like that. Then, again, we want to get this, unpause there, we want to get this over here. That's going to be too steep. Too sharp. See, that's where I want it. Get 2 lanes from here to there. And then this one can curve ever so slightly like that. See, and it should be able to get over that. but it's like not quite at the right spot to curve over this. And then it gets too low because the other one is going up higher. So this is then going to have to come up, and we're going to have to figure out, is that about the right height? I think so. I mean, that's not ideal, and it's not the most pretty interchange, but it is going to work, and it's going to bring traffic away from our main bridge. So we should start to see people coming in. Where is that tunnel exit here? Yeah, I mean, look at that. We've already got traffic built up here, which, you know, you don't really want to see that, but you kind of do, because you want to see the main bridge getting less busy, and that is what is happening a little bit at a time. I mean, that's one tunnel now. Not great. Not ideal, but that's what we're going to get when we have a giant city here. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Be sure to click on the video on the screen. It'll take you to the next episode if it's out. If not, then go ahead and watch whatever does come up. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Take care.